Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Cape Rugby TV time, where we take a look at what's happening in the world of Western Province Club Rugby. And it's been an exciting weekend, that is for sure. The score, Western Province Club Rugby Sevens rolling out at Kraaifontein this past weekend. But before we get going with that, let me just extend a big thank you to our partners on board with us. Of course, Decro Paints, you can see them behind me there now in all its glory. Remember, we're running the Decro voucher competition at the moment, where you can win yourself a 500 Rand voucher. Go to our Facebook page. We'll tell you more about that a little bit later. Of course, Score Energy Drinks, as we know, of course, on board with Cape Rugby TV. And, of course, MChem 24-hour pharmacy. We'll talk about MChem a little bit later. But, yes, it is the finals results are in now for the Score Western Province Club Rugby Sevens. Jerome Parvater, welcome back.
Yeah, JP, good to be back. It was quite a busy weekend for club players in Western Province. I mean, the Score Sevens.
Yeah.
We had a team at Safari Sevens in Nairobi over the weekend. We had a team at Helderberg at Strand playing in the Rhino Sevens. So about 35 players busy for various Western Province teams. So it's good.
So it's hands full. So Safari Western Province Sevens. Just quickly tell us a little bit about that. Who plays in that sevens?
So yeah, it's quite a big sevens tournament. So
hang on, let me just pause you there. The Safari Sevens actually is not happening in South Africa.
No, in Kenya, in Nairobi.
yeah, so it's a bit of a distance to travel. Not your normal bus transport.
No. Look, we had guys. We obviously have to fly to Nairobi, so we had guys in Nairobi. It's a good experience for them. Club players experience different cultures, and the teams that were there, obviously Kenya had two teams. You know, Kenya is known for their sevens.
Yes.
So they had two teams. Germany was there. There was a team from Germany. There was an all-star team from South Africa.
Right.
Uganda was there. And
so
a
lot of mainly countries.
International tournament.
Yeah. And then of course it was the Rhino Sevens, Rhino Tens the weekend as well. And you had a Western Province Tens team in that competition.
Yeah, Rhino Tens, also various international teams there playing in that tournament. So yeah, it was quite busy, and it's quite good for our local club players to gain that experience. So. Yeah, and it's always good. Like at the end of the season, we can basically reward club players by taking some overseas and playing in a good tournament in Strand.
Well, we had some good rugby this weekend. Of course, as you know, it was the Score Sevens at Kraaifontein. We got down to the finals. So we've got a string of games for us to look at. But before we do that, folks, let's just quickly take a look at the top 16. That then, of course, after the top 16 moved into the quarterfinals and the Shield finals and the semi-finals of the Cup and the Plate and the Bowl and the Shield and so on. But this was, of course, Jerome, you first got to, when you're playing in the Sevens tournament, you first got to get through this top 16 to get yourself into the Cup section and to the Bowl section and so on.
Yeah, you first have to do that. So obviously, basically the teams who win most of the game, or almost all their games, will be going to the Cup, and then the teams lose a few games, go down, and then the last teams fall out basically. But there's still opportunity to win some prize in every competition.
So this was literally called round 16. Let's quickly take a look at some of the results here. Kales River immediately came out firing, beating Belleville, and then of course Durbel 24-5 over Collegians. Tygerberg came out strong, they beat Hands and Hearts. Falls Bay came out strong, they beat Kylemore. Hamlet's, good result for them over Bellahar. Helderberg with a win over Busy Bees. And then, of course, St. George's took the win over Gardens, and Hamilton's with a win over Brackenfell. So we've seen right from the beginning, we've seen some mixed results here. It's actually very interesting because that's how the teams started off the day. And if you look at some of those results there, some of the teams that lost actually managed to bounce back and do very well in the tournament. So we've got a string of highlights for you tonight. But let's show you now our first highlight, which is, of course, the first half between Durbel and St. George's. we go. Durbel, St. George's, first half. Jerome, St. George's, we're not going to let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah.
We're not going to let the cat out of the bag. But we know that St. George's is a well-skilled seventh side. But Durbel is also getting better and better. Even though they're normally strong in the 15s, all the teams are getting strong at sevens now.
Yeah, you can see, just watching this game now, watching this first half, you can see St. George's are trying, but obviously there was one opportunity where Durbel had the ball and they went to score. Obviously St. George's also score, but St. George's is trying to manipulate the defense of Durbel. I also think in some stages they play too much rugby, but Durbel just one break and they went to score.
So if we look at the starting results, then Durbel came out with a win. They beat Kuilsriver in their sorry, not Kuilsriver in that opening game. Let me just go back to that. Yeah, Durbel scored a win over Collegians. Now Collegians is of course known for good sevens as well. So how much of an impact would these opening games have had for the guys, just to get the warm-ups, the wheels turning?
Yeah, look, it's important. Like your first games are important. And it's also now just looking at what happened in Nairobi. It's like how you warm up and how you prepare for the game. That's very important. Some teams are slow starters and they try to catch up. But in sevens, the time goes so quickly, there's hardly time to catch up. And well done to those teams who catch up, because it's tough to catch up. So you have to get back into the game. But you have to play from the start in sevens.
And of course with the coaches, we can't really get too much into it now. We're going to come back after the second half, or at least after the break, where we show you the second half of the match there between Durbel and St. George's, and then we'll give you the result as well. We'll be back in a sec, don't go away.